guys, what's going on? Nick Majjar here, and I'm pretty tired. But that's for good cause, because I was up all night studying, right, and taking notes, and I probably took like 20 some odd notes last night. I mean, I'm filling up notebooks left and right here. I got 4 notebooks in front of me, and only one of them has space in it to write in. It's a nightmare. But that's what we have to do, is constantly develop and learn, right? But I want to talk to you today about the coconut money lifestyle and what that could mean for you, what that could mean for your business, what that could mean for your family. I want to know, how's your time, right? Do you have a lot of it for free? If I'm going vacationing next week. Are you coming with me? Can you get off of work, right? I don't have to ask that question. I strove to, I made a point of making it so that way I didn't have to ask that question in my life, because it means a lot to me. My time is my most valuable resource, and it's precious. A wise man doesn't squander his time. A rich man does not squander his time. I don't squander mine either. And it's, maybe I'm just rambling, maybe I'm just on a rant, but it's great to be able to be here and to talk to you right now. It really is. Because in this moment, you have so much power. You have so much power right in front of you. Right within you. And this video is the portal to you accessing another dimension, another side of yourself that you didn't know you had. And I challenge you today to dig deep and to cross that portal, right? Muster the strength, the endurance, the constitution to do so, because it is sweet on the other side. Yes, my friends, I'm talking about complete financial freedom. Right? What would you do if money wasn't an object for you? If money was not an issue for you, what would you do? If you had all the time in the world, well, how would you spend it? And I think a lot of you don't have big answers to those questions. I think you have small answers. And it's not your fault, because you're so busy thinking about other things, worrying about money in the first place. Not how am I going to spend my money, it's how am I going to get money. But this is the kind of thinking I've been able to get onto and into. And it's, like thinking about retirement, thinking about my dreams and my passions and my inspirations and where I want my life to go, right? What I want to see, where I want to experience. I want to take cooking classes in France. I want to go backpacking through Belgium and skiing the Swiss Alps and scuba diving through the Great Barrier Reef. Right? I want to go wine tasting in Spain. I want to see the world. And I know a lot of other people do too. And so that's why I'm proud, I'm happy, I'm blessed to bring this to your attention today, because I don't think a lot of people know how important having a business is right now. Like, I really don't, because the economy is shifting. We're seeing a shift, we're seeing a change where people are realizing that the old job market, the old job systems don't really work. Right? They're not really working. I mean, they have in the past, but for us, for our generation, right, for the 18 to 35-year-old age group, we're seeing, a serious job downturn. When they say that 90% of new jobs created since 2004 have been part-time jobs, that's a red flag. That they're not making these new jobs. and the competition is just getting higher and higher, and they're requiring more and more degrees, and in student loan debt is through the roof. I mean, believe you and me, I got a taste of it. But my personal story, I walked away from college. I really did. I I was pursuing an economics major, and I realized that I'm getting in debt, right? For an economics major. This doesn't make sense. I can't get in debt. I just, out of principle, out of character as an economics major, that doesn't make, sound fiscal sense, right? It just doesn't work. So I was faced with a crossroads. I was faced with a challenge. And that was, am I going to swallow the swill of society, or am I going to wake up to something better, do something different? I had to cut my own path. And I decided right then and there there had to be something different out there for me, right? There had to be something better, because I had done what I had done before, and I have friends who were doing the same. And I had, older friends, and they had, finished or gone further down that path, right? And they were having problems finding jobs. So they were filling it, or careers, right? So they were filling it in with low paying jobs, with serving jobs, right? Where you get paid $2.15 an hour, less than the federal minimum wage, and you're working to get back up to minimum wage every hour. And then anything you make on top of that, well, that's the gravy, right? And what does that really end up being? Then you got side work, so that's a couple of hours, right? I know, I've been there. And that's not what I want for myself, what I'm choosing for myself. And when I left my last job, it was at a Mexican restaurant. I had been coming home, working like a dog, making like $50 a night, 8-hour shift. I mean, long shift, covered in chip grease, absolutely covered. I mean, the amount of chips coming out of that place, right? There was a layer like suntan lotion, but much thicker, much more viscous, right? Sticky glue like grease that had like congealed across and formed a new layer of skin, like an outer coating of the worst suntan lotion you've ever imagined. It was disgusting, right? And I was sick and tired of getting covered in grease for $50 a day. And I said, there has to be another way. I said, there absolutely has to be another way. There's got to be a way much easier. There's got to be a way much faster. And damn it, I'm going to find it. Right? Because I was determined at that point. I was fed up. Right? I was frustrated. And maybe that's maybe that's just me, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is, right? I had hit my absolute rock bottom, and I was willing to do anything to be successful. I was willing to die to be successful. I'm still willing to die to be successful. That's a key to success. I wanted to learn how to get there. I was willing to work hard. I knew I was probably going to miss some sleep for a while, and I was going to have to devote some time to it, but I really wanted to be successful. And what did I discover success to be? Well, I researched. And I said, well, where's all the money going? Who's making all of the money? And what I found out was, I read a book called Millionaire Next Door. And in this book, to sum it up for you, they said, be an entrepreneur. all of the statistics were skewed in favor of entrepreneurs, right? It was the skills that it takes to own and run a business that makes, honestly, that are the skills to own and run your life, right? To take ownership of your life. And after reading this book, I decided to become an entrepreneur, right? I decided that I wasn't going to work at this restaurant for these low wages and get covered in chip grease. I decided I wasn't going to, deliver pizzas for Pizza Hut. And, they gave me a job, good, great people there, but I had more to do in life, right? And I want it now. I do. And that's all right, because that's an inner alignment, that's an inner magnetism towards what you're supposed to be doing in life, towards your path and your dream, and your destiny. It's your soul urge. It's the expression of your soul. And I was discouraged at the job market. None of it made sense to me. And I came to the conclusion, I want to work for myself. I want my time back. I want my freedom back. I want control over whenever I wake up, whenever I go to sleep, whenever I start working, when I stop working, when I take my breaks, how often I take my breaks, when I poop and when I pee. But these are the things. These are the things, and this is the conditioning. You know what I mean? And you get your hall pass. And you've used 3 this week, Johnny, right? Maybe you might want to work it in during lunch, or do that, take care of that before you come into work. And I found it very dehumanizing. Very it broke my spirit, right? It broke my soul, my consciousness, because I felt like I wasn't in control of my life anymore, and that I was like a sheep. I was like a head of cattle, just being moved about, through the maze, to the slaughter, really. And so I was tired of the jobs I've been working in. I didn't see any value in jobs that were that were a possibility in the future, right? Looking around, and then I dug a little bit deeper, because I found this entrepreneurship thing, right? And I found this independent business owner mentality, and that was a proud feeling for me, because I like to feel like I'm in control of what I create for myself and what I create in my life. And I know that I have what it takes to do whatever I put my mind to, because I have the resources, because I'm connected. And so I imagine myself like a curator of my life, right? Where I just like to let people know what's up on things, right? Provide value. I mean, things you do all the time anyway, right? You see a good movie, what do? You tell your friends about it. You you get a good car wash, what do? You show off your car, and then people say, wow, how'd you, what, that's a really clean car wash. That's a spiffy detail. Where did you go? Or you let them know, right? It's word of mouth. It's exchange. Sorry, I'm gonna have to drink some water real quick. Anyway, and so I was optimistic about entrepreneurship, and I believed in the power of an opportunity. Okay, I believed in the power of a good idea, that there just had to be something. I said if I just haven't found it yet, but there has to be something better. I know there is, because there's other people my age doing better, right? And it's that's just a matter of, I mean, you can't chalk that all up to circumstance. There's a shift. There's a shift. There is something to do with who they're aligning with, who they're associating with, what it is they're doing, what, market they're in. There's something. Where is the money at? And where is the money going? And so probably about 6 months ago, I discovered internet marketing, right? And for the first 5.5 months, I slacked off, right? I didn't take my business seriously. I mean, I did a lot of training, but not enough, right? I did more personal development than I really did internet marketing training, and I didn't really dig into what I was supposed to be doing, which is taking action, which is marketing, right? Posting ads, writing ad copy, designing banners and graphics, and learning WordPress and how to work it. And I broke all these things down, right? I have here recently, and it's been a complete 180 for my business. It's completely transformed and shifted my outlook on what's possible in this world, even. And I want to pull this all back in. I'll pull this all back together to say the coconut money lifestyle can be that for you. It is that for you because it's all the trainings you need. It's all the mindset. It's all the inspiration. It's all the motivation. It's your best friend and your teacher and your mother and your father and your grandfather. The one that got in your face and told you can be more. Right? And he didn't say it so nicely. But I'm here with a smile, and I'm here to tell you your life can change. Right? And for the people who really want to take action, there's the Coconut Money Pro, right? The Coconut Money lifestyle coaching by yours truly. And I go in, and I mean, if you commit yourself to me on that level, right? Because it's not about the money, right? It's not about the money. It's about your financial commitment. You're putting something more than your mouth to it, right? It's not an opt-in form at that point. This is a transaction, and I am bounded to that. I'm bonded to that, and as are you, and your commitment is going to be that much deeper because of it. And so what I offer in the coaching is not only a vast wealth of resources. I mean, what I have at my disposal is now at your disposal. And I've aligned myself with people who make $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 a month, right, guys? And they've got a lot of value to offer. And I've got that value to now offer to people because I've established myself as somebody who's serious about their business. And what I'm here to offer to you today is an opportunity to really transform your life. I mean, to see your dreams come true. Truly, I mean, have you ever wanted a vacation? Just spend more time with your family, more time with your spouse. What do you think money can do for a marriage? A whole lot. And I just want to challenge your beliefs. I want to challenge what you think is possible and real for you right now. And I want you to just for a second, just for 5 minutes, just relax, breathe deeply, softly, and release. And I want you to imagine that there is no more money stress. There is no more financial strain, financial burden. Things are just taken care of. That there's enough in the bank and there's plenty more where that came from. And that it's on autopilot. It's coming automatically like a check in the mail. And imagine how that would feel for you. And imagine what you would be doing with your family, with the people you love and care about in that newfound life. With that newfound lifestyle, how would your entire life, how would your experience transform? And I want you to think deeply about what else it is that you want and what else it is that you deserve. Because you deserve it all and much more. I want to be rewarded for my creativity. And this pursuit, this market enables you to do so. Enables me to get on a platform and to speak absolutely real to y'all. To bear my absolute soul to you and to leap in through this microphone, through, auditory sound waves, pressure, right, being electronically transmitted through the internet, through electricity, through lines and wires and waves in the sky, to tell you exactly what this business is doing for me and what it can do for you and how it can absolutely change everything. It can change everything. This is incredible. We've got people, folks, who just starting out in internet marketing, making $5, $10, $15, $20,000 a month in less than 3 months. This is incredible. Are you kidding me? We're talking about multiple six-figure incomes in less than 3 months is where people are getting locked in at, folks. And by multiple six-figure, I mean they're going to see this on a residual cash basis. This is huge. This is incredible. And what this product is training. It is the mindset to create your own business, where your head's got to be at. Get your head in the game, get you laced up, tied tight, right? And really start playing ball, playing hardball. And it's the mindset of an 8-figure earner, a guy who's made over $10 million in his career. That is massive. You think he knows how to sell? You think he knows how to close the deal? You think he knows how to advertise or market? Well, maybe. Well, yeah, definitely. And when I say throw you the keys, I mean this is a vehicle ready to go, guys. This is fresh out of the factory. This is, it's an entire marketing funnel already set up. You get your blog. You fill out a text form. You click submit. Now you've got your blog already set up for you. They even put a post on there for you. There's a video up there. It literally, if you take the link of that blog and just spread it around, right? Start making some ads for yourself. You have got a marketing campaign. You can make money just off of that because of the way it goes and how it snakes and funnels. And people put in their names and their email addresses. They get put in a list. You have this list. They have a list. I mean, the company has a list, and the company is sending emails to them on the regular, keeping them informed, marketing to them, giving them value, layering content with value, and it sells them, right? Because this system was designed by 8-figure earners, by 8-figure and a 7-figure earner. So these guys know how to make money, dude. Like, these guys know how to make money. So that's why I'm hopping in. That's why I already hopped in. That's why I hopped in even further, because I'm that committed to it, and I'm seeing that much value and success out of it. I really am. I'm seeing results. My team is seeing results. We've got trainings. We've got it and I know by now you're wondering, well, what is it that you're doing, right? We are internet marketers. We're doing Facebook marketing. We're using Facebook accounts to advertise training, to advertise entrepreneurship, to advertise getting started making money online, and blogging online, and building a website online and starting one of those. And it's a master's freaking it's more than a master's. This is a PhD. This is an expert. It is an expert's path, roadmap to success. It really is. Mark Overson put more value than he needed to in this program, and he did it on purpose, because it's not about the money. It's about changing the lives, and it's about transforming a bleak, dismal outlook on life. Why? Life is beautiful and life is abundant. There is plenty for everybody. There is so much money out here. Facebook is crawling with people. It's like the pilgrims arriving and seeing and turning back and looking at the Pacific Ocean and saying, wow, you know what I mean? There are fish everywhere. They're just jumping all over this, all over these lakes and all in this land. It's so, there's so much fish. There is so much life in these waters. And that is exactly what I'm telling to you, is that they are there on Facebook and they're begging. They are begging for a leader. They're begging for value, and they're begging for an answer. All right? And they want to succeed so bad that they're willing to die for it. And I know that just like where I was at, there's a lot more people that are feeling the same ways. Okay, guys? And I've sacrificed a lot to be here. It doesn't happen overnight. The shift doesn't just occur. But when you make a decision, and when you dig deep inside and you say, enough is enough. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of, being unsuccessful. I'm tired of living at my parents' house. And whenever you dig in and find something that you didn't know you had before, you become a new person, right? You shed that outer self, and you have a death. You have an ego death. Your ego dies. It literally curls up into a ball, and all of the life is sucked and squeezed and drained and crushed out of it, and the life is snuffed out. And then from those ashes, from the ashes arises a phoenix. There's a rebirth of the soul, and you see life in a new way. Right? You see your family in a new way. You see your relationships in a new way, and you see your business in a new way. And you start to become a better person. And it just keeps building, and it's called integrity. And you just start to have that unshakable confidence and character about yourself that makes other people say, "Whoa, that person has got their stuff together." And there is a big difference between people who have a false sense of this and people who are properly aligned and tuned, who will resonate with you, who will speak directly to you, who will talk to you and look you in your eye, right? And tell you exactly what is on their mind and what is on their hearts, and communicate both of them with effortlessly and with ease, right? And it's about more than just the money. It's about more than the money. It's about feeling good about yourself, right? It's about being happy to wake up in the morning and happy about what you do, being happy about who it is you answer to. Some of you may love your jobs, but some of you are just there because it's getting you by. And if you're living life just getting by, what is the point? What is the point? You know, there's a statistic that says that out of the 18 to 34-year-old age range, the age group, they call us the millennials, by the way. I am one. They say that we're only 19% willing to trust people, right? Right? Like only 19% of us believe you can trust people. And that just blew me away. That's a new statistic. And to think that only 19% have any belief and trust anymore for people in general tells me that there's a shift, right? There's a shift in the consciousness. There's a shift in the landscape. And it makes me want to tap in. It makes me want to dig in just a little bit deeper and say, I think people can believe and they can trust, right? I think 100% of people can believe and can trust. I believe every single person who hears this can believe and can trust what I'm saying because words can touch you. And not just words, but the sound and the voice behind them can speak to your soul and can make you say, wow, right? This person isn't chasing my money. They're not after my wallet. They're not telling me to hurry up and buy. Here, just pay now. Click here, click below to pay. Here, we accept Visa, MasterCard, whatever, right? What payment details, right? I believe that people can trust people. I really do. I believe people can trust the right people. I think that's where people are willing to trust. And I believe that people have to prove themselves to you and they have to talk to you in a real way and share a real story with you and connect with you on a deep personal level so that way you can be certain that it's not just another bot, right? It's not just another robot. It's not an ad, it's not a spam, it's not this, this lifeless message that's just asking us for our money, looking for us to throw it away because we're just made of it, right? Because they want it from us at every point, at every turn, at every angle. And so it all comes back to me finding the calling to just reach out and say, damn, I am there. I have been there. And, there's another way. There is a different way. And I would want to know as soon as possible. I would want it to have known as soon as possible. I wish somebody would have shook me and said, get off your butt, quit being a weenie, invest in yourself, start, developing your mind, start studying, start learning, get smart, and take control of your life, damn you. And I had to kill that punk kid in me. And I had to transform. I had to completely shift my beliefs of what I thought was possible for myself. And instead of believing that there wasn't any opportunity out there, I had to discover a new opportunity out there, right? I had to shift what I was looking at to see the abundance because I knew it was there, but I didn't realize how close it was. And I didn't realize that it was everywhere, right? It was just a matter of looking at things differently, a perspective shift to where things do have a lot of value. People do have a lot of value. There's a lot of good ideas out in the world. And whenever you're able to share and you're able to communicate, and Facebook's a great platform for that, there becomes a sense of community, right? And there becomes a sense of personalism that you didn't have before. And I think a lot of people are missing this gap, and that's the one we really are focused on in the team and in the group, in the company is doing things differently, right? Thinking things differently and thinking through things differently and being more creative about it, right? I didn't want to join the military. I didn't want to do the cold cut path. They say in a recession, people join the military, military conscription rates go up like a lot, go up like a quarter of a percent, quarter of 100. And it I never wanted to be in the military. In fact, early on, I set that line in the sand, like I will never be in the military. But what do you do whenever the job market's slashed, right? What do you do whenever there's economic downturn, whenever you got a degree and all you can get is a serving job? And you have student loan debt that's due because you already graduated. But that degree doesn't come promised with a job. That degree is merely a receipt for the transfer of funds and payment towards a degree, and that you met the requirements. Right? You passed your classes, but you also paid for them. Somebody did. That's a high ticket. That degree costs a lot of money to get, but it doesn't guarantee anything. It just looks nice on paper because it is paper, and it does look like a nice piece of paper. And so what I challenge you, not to put down the degree, but to put up the knowledge. And to how much does a business cost to start up, right? I mean, hundreds of thousands if you're talking about a nice restaurant. Tens of thousands if you're talking about a business in a strip mall. Probably like, a good 70 grand, 50 grand, right? It's just going to cost you a lot of money to get started in a business, right? Real estate is expensive to get started on. The stock market is expensive. You need $500 to open up a stock trading account, right, guys? And any real stock trader knows that you really start working out at like $5,000 a trade. That's pretty much, the average. That's, just playing around, testing the water. $5,000 just to get past the commission fee. And the entry level for this business, for this platform, is very low. It's $39, right? $40. You sell two memberships. They're subscriptions, right? So you pay $40 every month. They pay $20. Or they pay the $40 as well. The people you sign up, and you get $20 out of that. You get $20 out of it. You sell two, and you're in the green. I think you're a couple bucks over, right? These aren't exact figures. It's about that, right? Because I'm not worried about the money. I know the money will take care of itself. I'm not. That's not where my mind's at. But these are ballpark numbers. This is what it is, right? I'm being real with you. I'm being honest with you. If you know anything about what network marketing is, what MLM is, this is a real description, or working of how it goes down, right? And you basically would be getting the $20 from signing up somebody. Sign up another person, that's another $20. Now you're in the green, right? Now you're not even paying for the product anymore. You're not paying for your website, for your blog to be hosted anymore, right? All the training that you're getting is all Facebook marketing training, right? Very simple blog training, just get it started, making a post, right? Get you working. And then we dump you right on the mindset, right out the gate mindset. Got to get your head in the game, because if you're not going to show up to the game, you're not going to hit any balls. You're not even going to swing. You're going to get disqualified, and you're not even going to be allowed to come back to any more games. That's what's going to happen to you. Your business is going to go bankrupt. You're going to bottom out, and you're going to go back to a job in corporate America, kissing somebody's ass that you don't even really like that much, and you're going to get laid off for somebody younger, willing to take less sick days and less vacation days and less benefits and less pay than you. And then you're going to wonder why you're on the very bottom of the rung greeting people at the Walmart, right? Because that's what's happening to people, folks. So you dig in deep and you make things happen for you. That's the new game. That's the new code to society, right? That's the new law. That's the new lay of the land. And if people don't wake up and realize that, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. And that's why I've aligned myself there. That's why I've put, my coaching program in place so people can work with me directly, right? So I can get them there. That's why I've, put together trainings. That's why we've got our team. That's why I've affiliated myself with a company and a platform that I believe in so strongly that I'm going to sit here and do a 40-minute video on why this company is so great, and why, believing in your dreams is so great, and why, making the decision to actually go after your dreams and to live the life of your dreams, not tomorrow, not next week, but now in this moment, that I think that's powerful, right? That I think that's worth doing and that's worth talking about. And if you listen this long, it's because you care. It's because there's something different. There's something inside of you that says, there is more for me. There is more for me. I want it now. And like I can feel it. I can feel it. I can taste it. It is in my bubble. Whatever it is in my bubble. It is in my head. It is in my mind. I am infected. Give me my fix. I want change. I want success. I will bleed for it. I'm scratching my nails, digging, clawing deep into my skin like an addict, like a fiend. I'm craving success. I'm craving to break out of this existence, of this reality, of what life has seemingly painted for me. And I want to hijack the easel, and I want to paint a new picture, right? I don't want college debt. I have enough. So I don't want high capital business investment, right? To start my own business. That would be very, very difficult for a young individual to do and to secure. And especially if you're dealing with debt already, with college debt, with credit card debts, getting through college, with the economic downturn, but you still got to make ends meet. And it happens quickly. It happens like that. And people don't realize that there's compounding interest, right? And there's interest on the loans too, right? And this is money we didn't account for. And you miss payments, and they compound that too. And by the time you wake up and realize it's just too late for your paycheck to paycheck little job. For a little paycheck to paycheck job isn't gonna support your new Ford Fiesta and your little 1-bedroom apartment. And I'm not making fun of you guys, but that's just where things are at, right? That's the lifestyle that people are living and finding themselves in, and they're stuck because now they got all these bills around them with no hope of paying off the debts. And people are just, they're wringing their hands, and they're shaking, and they're saying, well, what do I do? They want their money now, and they want, they're sending me bills, and they're calling me 5 times a day, and you almost want to slap these people and say, look at you. You almost want to say, look at you. Like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What is going through your little pea brain mind to make you want to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. That's the definition of crazy, right? We've all heard of this, but people are doing it on a daily basis, and they're going back and they're coming home and they're complaining about it, and then they're going to sleep saying, well, I don't want to go to work tomorrow morning because it's not a lot of fun and because it's not really getting me what I want. And so and so's mean, and I don't even really like working there in the first place. And then they wake up and they go and do it again, right? And then they get their paycheck, and what do? They go get shit-faced at a bar. They pass out drunk on top of somebody, and they wake up and say, where did all my money go? Are you kidding me? And people don't want to stop, and they don't want to spend less than they would spend on a week's worth of groceries, less than they probably spend on a week of eating out. And they could have a business for them that could generate them $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month residual income every single month without doing more work after that sale income. That I made $15,000 this month, and a year from now, I'm going to be getting paid $15,000 a month based on the work I did this month, and I haven't done any work since then. $15,000 a month income. That income. And people realize what it is that they're really getting themselves in for. And folks, whenever you're making that kind of money, whenever you're making that kind of money, folks, there is a shift. There is a change in the way that you're living your life, where the floodgates open to you, and where you start having to consider what it is that I really want to be doing with my life. Especially whenever that money's coming to you that easily and that fast, that simply, right? And we're talking about in the span of 3 months, guys, three months. And it's that investment of $40. It's not even about the money, right? It is about the belief. It is about putting yourself there and saying, I am in, and I believe that I can do something with myself. I believe that I'm creative enough. I believe I'm interesting enough. And I believe I know enough people, or I can meet enough people. I am friendly enough to deserve to live the life of my dreams. And so I want to tell you, you can do it. I want to tell you, you can do it. I want to tell you that it's possible for you, and that at any point in time, your whole world, your whole life can change, right? You can make a decision in this moment to embrace a completely different lifestyle for yourself. And 3 months down the road, you will be living a completely different lifestyle for yourself. Do you follow me? Where you're not living in that apartment anymore. You're not living in a trailer anymore. Not whenever you make $5,000. I mean, five. Not whenever you're making $15,000 a month, guys. Not whenever you're making $15,000 a month. Do you think there's a shift? Do you think you start living life a little differently whenever you're seeing money like that? Yes. Yes, there is. And I'm here to tell you that it's a beautiful thing, and that I want it for you, and that you deserve it. Right? And I know, and I choose to do it because how much better could life be than introducing them to that right there, right? That's what I'm entrusting to you. That is a mission I'm entrusting to you to do, to go out and to spread the word, and to let people know to rise up against this boss, against their corporate, this corporate machine, the corporate industrial complex, right? Shout out American Dad. And shout out American Dad, right? And really start thinking about what it is that we need to do, what it is that we are born to do, what our dreams are, what our dreams are. And, you know, that's all I got for you guys. You know, it's been a blast. My name's Nick Najjar, here with the Coconut Money Lifestyle. Check me out, coconutmoneylifestyle.com. You can check out my blog, check out some posts I've made. Go just down below, check out my Facebook group, check out my Facebook page, add me as a friend, drop me a message, tell me what you thought about the video, by the way. I'd appreciate that greatly. You know, a little boost to my day. I'd love to figure out, to, you know, hear how your day's going, right? You know, drop something down in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think. This is interactive. I want you to put your video response, you know, and let's start a dialogue. Let's start a discussion. Let's open up, right? You know, we're a communication generation, and I'm just one voice. I want to hear your story. And, you know, if you thought anything I said was powerful today, then, you know, let's hear it. Let's hear it, because I love it whenever young people get excited and get fired up about their dreams and about thinking and, you know, dreaming about more for themselves, right? About striving towards more for themselves, about building towards it, and about making it happen. About just getting in, just digging in and making it happen. You know, I say all the time, you know, I got a full plate and I'm hungry, right? I got a full plate and I am hungry, because I am. You know, I wake up every day and I have a full plate. My plate is full. You know what I mean? I got a lot on my plate. I've got, you know, I got webinars to do. I got trainings to build. I got a website to work on and to maintain and to add content to. And I got people to connect with, and I got new people to connect with, and I got sales to make, and I got leads to close, and I got funnels to build. And there's so much to do, and I know it's going to make me successful. I'm sowing those seeds to success, right? Just with this video. And it's stuff like this that I want to inspire you guys to, you know, do the same in your business, right? And share your voice and share your story with the world, because I bet you anything that people are willing to listen, and people are interested in what you have to say. I believe people are interested in what I have to say. And I think it's just because, you know, whenever you look at things from a different perspective, or whenever you hear things from a different perspective, you tend to gain a lot of insight. You tend to gain the other, you know, part of that pie, that other, you know, this is your angle, that's their point of view. But then you have that difference, and you have that understanding right there. And so I feel like communication is huge. It fills in the gaps. It fills in the gaps. And we can't all see everything, but all of us probably see a lot. Right? And God, you know, it's just amazing. It's amazing what we can do. It's amazing what we can do with the world, what we can do with, you know, ourselves, where we can put ourselves, where we can be in, you know, in 6 months from now, if we put our minds to it, and if we believe it, and if we band together, and if we rise up, and if we say, you know what, this is going to be a generation of prosperity. There's going to be an absolute generation of prosperity, and we're going to see money beyond our wildest dreams. You know, I don't want to make this too long. I'm going to make more videos. You know, guys, I'm just so charged. I'm so fired up. Great to be here. Great to talk to y'all. My name's Nick Najjar. Welcome to the Coconut Money Lifestyle, and live yours today.